Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark our champions!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Game in Frame, where we will feature a First Division matchup today in the ever melodramatic Division 1 division in the Cosmopolitan League, where we will feature a match between Sandzak and Schneider 2. Of course, Sandzak are currently in 4th place on 30 points after a tense 1-1 draw with also top 4 squad New York International last week. Of course, as we know, this is a crazy division. The top 4 is only separated by 2 points. In other words, Sandzak begin the day in 4th place and with a win can end the night at top of the table. Every pivotal game is massively important. Of course, 3 points can take you a long way. On the other hand, Schneider 2 are currently in 8th place on 15 points and are actually coming off 2 wins on the trot against Kids Super Samba and Manhattan Celtic 2. So they're looking for 3 out of 3, 9 points in their quest to press for the top 4. Of course, there's a lot of games left in this spring division, and of course the first matchup between the two was separated with a 3-1 scoreline on September 29th at Roosevelt Island, as Sandzak were victorious in that one. And to reiterate, of course, with a win here tonight, Sandzak can end the day at the top of the table. Behind us, a match also being played today is Manhattan Celtic 2 taking on FC Ulkini, and of course tomorrow's very important matchups for the top 4 are as such. New York International will take on Hoboken 2, New York Ukrainians will take on Central Park Rangers 2, who are in the top 4, and Kids Super Samba will take on Polonia, who start the day at the top of the table. We're just waiting here for the reserve game to finish. A couple of minutes I believe are left in this matchup, and we will feature the first team matchup once again, featuring Sandzak taking on Schneider 2. Stay tuned for kickoff. Welcome back, guys. As you see, the two sides are entering the pitch with the referees. Just to reiterate, Sandzak will be taking on Schneider. The reason for the slight delay in the kickoff is the reserve game actually kicked off a little bit later than expected in observance of Ramadan. So about a 15-minute delay for this first division matchup between Sandzak, who will be sporting their all black kit, white socks, and Schneider with their light blue combination with white shorts and yellow socks. And it's looking like the two sides will line up the way they are at the moment. So Sandzak will begin in this first half attacking from right to left, and Schneider will be attacking from left to right. Of course, a very important matchup for both sides for different reasons. Of course, Sandzak with a win can finish the night, this Saturday night, at the top of the table, and of course Schneider, who are looking for their third win in a row. Everything seems to be in play. A couple of absentees for actually both sides. We'll run that by you as the match begins. And the referee gets us off underway here at Randall's Island. The first touch is coming from the captain, Sabovic, launching it over to Diambera, who's lined up on this left-hand side for his side today. Eldin, who features actually for the reserve side, is starting today for Sandzak. Muller back to Danilo Nikkovic in Sandzak, goalie ever present for Sandzak, a goalkeeper with a very high class and pedigree. You'll see certainly has made some stellar stops that our cameras have caught in prior weeks. Couple new signings as well, as one of them is right in front of our eyes at the moment here. Number 17, Yassir, has joined Sandzak for this spring season. A couple of absentees that will just run by you sharpishly for Sandzak today. No Matthew Heze, no Makic, no Papucci. Kojic also I didn't see him in the reserve game previously, who's also played for the first team as well in a multitude of positions, actually, as the long throw goes into the centre forward Dikanovic, who's on the swivel and wins his side the first set piece of the evening. So Dikanovic through the middle for Sandzak, of course, with the number 9 on his back. Their first set piece. A loaded area for the Sandzak heads to attack. Service comes in without whip. Dikanovic gets a touch on it. Controlling it is Sabovic. Spinning onto the left foot, entering the box. Sabovic service with the left. Overhit. Retains in play, however. And out of play for the throw-in, in which Nikaj will go over to take. Muller has started at center back. Nikaj with some length to his throw-in. Cleared away. Dispossessed again. Sandzak entering the box now. Good bit of defensive cover there from the left fullback. And out of play for Schneider. Throw-in. For Schneider, who are also featuring some players from their reserve team that actually just played previously. So we'll see how that'll affect things possibly. Nikaj again, maybe a foul throw there, but Dikanovic towards Diambera. Cleverly worked to the left foot across the box, and it's the opening goal for Sandzak. Just had a glimpse at the linesman's flag. It was down. Dikanovic opens the scoring. And a beautiful start for Sandzak. That is exactly what was needed. Schneider are appealing, and the late offside call, I believe. I had a glance at the linesman to see if the Dekanovic was in offside position, and with a slight delay, Sabovic going over to clarify the situation. Indeed, no goal. A delayed offside call spoils Sandzak's sensational opening. But Dekanovic certainly was clinical with his finish. Yassir, Muller, and some possession now for Schneider. Hamu in the middle of midfield for the side, over to the captain in Vasquez. Vasquez has to stretch a little bit overhit. Dekanovic press. Obando on the turn. Sabovic, Obando on his back. Obando does well to retain. And cleared out. Appeals for a throw-in, but given for Sandzak. The Mbara to take. Over towards the fullback in Yassir. Furthermore, back to Muller, who will knock it over to his centre-back partner, and of course the quarterback of the team. Let's just see this action first. Dekanovic on the left foot. Caporalis had that near post covered, and Dekanovic certainly looking active in these early goings. So Nikaja at right fullback, Sabovic, who we know can play a multitude of positions, and we've seen him play at centre back and in the six and even further higher up the pitch, will be partnered with Muller in the heart of the defence, and of course at right back, like we mentioned, the new signing Yassir. Jalebi, of course, in advanced positions as per usual. So to this man, the Mbara, who will not retain it in play. Nivkovic will clear lines. Nikaj over to Eldon. Service low. Dekanovic on the stretch. Couldn't contort his body to guide the ball in the back of the net. Made enough contact on it. Just a touch overhit possibly. But Dekanovic again in primal position. Sabovic well enough. The Mbara will loosen up the chase. It's actually just now I'm getting a glance of it. There's actually two number 7s on the pitch. So the Mbara, of course, on the left wing, and Sabovic playing in the middle of midfield. Just something to keep an eye out on. Vasquez. Hambu leaving it to his captain to assess the situation. Vasquez, cleverly done around the corner. And furthermore back, Dekanovic will ask a question of the center back, and back to the Greek in net, Kaporalis, who's calm and collected to play out of the back. Ball on that forehand side now. And Hamu tries to find the right winger with number 19 on his back, who scored a very beautiful goal in the reserves. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a cleverly taken finish. Something to keep an eye out on for Yasir and Muller on that side. Good press. Ball will trickle out of play. Chalabi, first time. And furthermore back to Kaporalis. Centre back split to begin the build out. Bastian has some space on his near hand side if a switch of play is in the cards. A little congested there in the middle. Good advantage possibly given from the referee, indeed so, but now he'll bring it back. So the idea is Bando is down. And I believe there's going to be a slight stoppage here. I think the goal is actually not in center. Nifkovic had his hand risen to alert the referee. I think that's the case. Sporting touch from one of the Zoom players to offer a helping hand. So, quick repair of the goal line. Bando is up as well. And we will resume with a free kick from the center circle after the repairs of the net are completed. Indeed, that was the case. Nefkovic certainly just giving a thumbs up to the linesman who actually spotted it first to alert the referee, for that matter. Nonetheless, we continue. Ivkanovic again pressing every single action at the moment. Over the top, referee's flag is down. Some space here for Zoom to build into. Bastian. Cleverly weighted ball, but offside. Good beginning from Sandzak, and just recently Zoom with a good bit of play and nice little interchange there to create their first, I guess we can call it, half chance. However, the referee's flag was risen to peter out that attack. Nifkovic will lift it. It's going to hang up in this blustery wind that there is seemingly always at Randall's Island. And then Amu is down at the moment after fouling Dukanovic. Free kick for the captain to take courtesy of. Sabovic lifts. Again, this wind is going to hang up every ball. This second ball falls neatly, however, and the shot cross at the end trickles wide. Diambara was lurking in the second post. Behind us, I believe that FC Ulkini have actually opened the scoring against Manhattan Celtic. I heard a cry of a goal, if you'd like, in the other matchup in this Cosmopolitan, the first division here on this chilly Saturday night. The Umbera picks it off in dangerous areas. Overloaded to the fullback who gets a service in. Needs dealing with. Cleared over towards the centre forward, but Sabovic was in good position. And that'll play for a Schneider throw-in. Bit loose there, popped into the air. Chalebi gets a touch on it, and Hamu was there to clean up the situation and finds a neat ball over towards the right hand side. And furthermore back with the centre back and Bastien, some space to turn. Seemingly Ben Hamu is, I guess you could say, the quarterback, playing a little bit deeper. And another throw-in for Schneider. Another free kick. Quickly taken. Dispossessed, first time over the top to Diambera, who's lengthening his stride. Diambera service, and Caporalis collects comfortably. Quickly bowls it out to his captain. Bastien has some space to find his right winger. Left. Cornell tried to intercept. Quick, swift counterattack from Sandzak. Caporalis is beaten, and Sandzak hit the front. Swift counterattack from Sandzak, and a clinical finish. This time, it'll count for Sandzak, and Sandzak opened the scoring. What was needed for Sandzak, certainly, who believed that they actually opened the scoring earlier in the match with Djukanovic. This time it does count, and more importantly, the counterattack was swift and effective. Sandzak 1-0 in the lead. How can Schneider now riposte? Bastien. Obando. Line splitting to Cornell. Clever feet, very clever feet. Continuing his slalom, if you'd like. Service comes into the box, cleared out, top of the box, and a shot comes in, lashed over the bar. Javier Savovic with the chest. Second ball falls to the captain, who clears it towards the right-hand side, picked up by Schneider. Vasquez on the turn, a couple knee touches. Obanda, Yassir, Diombera, Chalebi. Knee drop of the shoulder by Chalebi. Diombera asking for a little bit of calm and sprays a neat ball to the right-hand side. Good interplay again from Sandzak. Dekanovic. Again, good center forward movement from the number 9. He shot over Caporales' net. Of course, guys, stay tuned for more Game and Frame action tomorrow, where we will feature another matchup from this First Division. New York International will take on Hoboken 2 at 10 p.m. Nyack will take on Manhattan Celtic in the APSL, the newly formed APSL Metropolitan Division, as Vasquez will try to build out from the back. And New York Ukrainians will take on Central Park Rangers 2, like we mentioned. Reversed into the box. Let you see this action first. Forced a bit wide. Chalebi was an option. Appeals for possibly a handball, but I think that ricocheted off the thigh. Chalebi service. Dekanovic, left foot effort this time. Over. Just conclude. New York Ukrainians will take on Central Park Rangers 2 at 2 p.m. in this very first Cosmopolitan Division. And of course, at 4 p.m. in New Jersey, Hoboken will take on Pan Cyprian Freedoms at Laurel Hill Park. Of course, Pan Cyprian Freedoms, who just defeated Cincinnati 2 in the first round of the U.S. Open Cup. A monumental victory for the Pan Cyprian side, defeating a professional team there, and will feature in the second round against Westchester in about a week or so time. Served again towards Dekanovic, who's certainly been involved in almost every attacking forward. Served low, offside. Two minutes gone. Sandzak in the lead. Chalebi on the turn. Some space again on that right hand side. Serve towards Dekanovic. Cleared away. Savovic just assessing a bit of calm and serves it towards the Umbara. Bastian is there to put his body between man and ball and win his side of throw-in. First substitutions for the European side, as I believe Kirkic is going to come in. Indeed, that is the case. Kirkic, of course, a very pivotal player in Sandzak's midfield, didn't start the game, but now he's on the pitch. And Ham moves some space. Cornell ahead of him. An overlapping run on the right-hand side. Spotted. Muller goes over. Reversed towards the number 12. Furthermore to the captain, Vasquez. Vasquez exchanging Dispossessed by Muller. Needs a second bite at it. Chalebi was there. Kirkic's first touch is a ball into the space for Diombera at the stretch. But again, Bastien there in time. Kirkic. Clean tackle in the end. Sabovic found Chalebi, who goes over. Possession now for Zoom. Kanovic just dropping between the first line, beat ball over. Muller got a piece of it. Kirkic finds the second ball. And a very late tackle, possibly. First yellow of day was first yellow for Obando. Muller, who's also played at right and left back for Sandzak at times, but under circumstance possibly today with no Papucci, like we mentioned, will play next to Sabovic. Yassir. Back to the ever aforementioned Muller. Nivkovic opening the angle for his fullback to play it into him. Will clear it first line towards Dikanovic, dispossessed by Vasquez. Good first touch. Clever feet to get around the corner. Dikanovic wants to find Diombera in space again. Vasquez. Bastien. Sabovic was asking a question there, but immediately turned out. Some space on the left-hand side. Peels, but an early call of keep from Nivkovic, but Sabovic decided to clear it out himself instead of letting it trickle towards his keeper. On the turn. Obando dropping in. Obando also at the center back. Brothers or cousins, but Obando in the middle of midfield and Obando at the center back. Lovely. Great idea. As you can see, the reverse ball, just a touch over hit, but it required Nivkovic to come out and collect, but the idea was neat and intricate, certainly. Hujum have, they've been in the final third, have certainly tried some neat bit of enterprising combination. And down, no free kick given. Vasquez pressed by Chalebi. Chalebi continuing his press over. Free kick. Bottle of water is just ushered off the pitch. Vasquez and Hamu. Leaves him. Schneider's preparing a substitution as Savovic goes to ground and neatly wins the possession for his side, drops his shoulder. Diombero's on a signature run. The centre back covered the space in good timing, now needs a second clearance. The second clearance, however, finds Kirkic. Diombero, cleverly done. Diombero, and Caporalis did well in the end to force Diombero to go around him, and in the end got a bit of contact on it. Good spread from the Greek goalkeeper. But that was certainly dangerous for the Schneider defense. Corner kick now for the Schneider defense to assess, as a couple bodies have flung over into the box, and quick distribution, smartly done from Caporalis. Vasquez, there's some space to work with actually. Bit of a 4-on-3 if you'd like. To the center forward, left neatly. Here's the substitute that we previously mentioned. His first action requires a routine save from Nivkovic. Chalebi, again, the transition has been spot on actually from Sandzak. The first goal was clinically taking a bit of work in transition. When they win the ball, they transition quickly and effectively. Neatly left again. Dekanovic peels off, top of the box. Dekanovic slices wide. Did Caporalis just get a fingertip on it? If that's the case, that's a great save from Caporalis. Was there a deflection from the defender? Nonetheless, corner kick for Sandzak. Kirkic going over to the other pitch to retrieve the ball. Last corner kick, there was a couple of bodies that were left on the floor. Kirkic with whip, collected by Caporalis, and again quick distribution. Muller, forwards. Cleared. Sabovic first. Celebi, Sabovic. Dinked over to Dekanovic. Smartly leaves it to Diambera. Dekanovic. It's spilled and it's tapped into the net. And it's a goal. Dekanovic slipped, stumbled, got up and poked the ball into the net. Caporalis going over to the linesman. Certainly the question here is, was there a foul on the Greek goalkeeper? But Dekanovic was there to poke home the ball in the empty net. It's the referee's going over now to the linesman now as we wait again for a decision. And I don't think this one's gonna change, so Dekanovic on the score sheet. Two to nothing in favor of Sandzak. Coach Hutt giving his bit of tactics now, and with a couple of claps and pumps of the fist. Certainly likes what he sees from his side so far. 2-0 in favor of Sandzak. Dekanovic was denied a goal and now has his goal to double their lead. Muller off the shin pad possibly. Certainly here constant instruction. Yassir has some defending to do here. Standing up his man, jinks onto the right foot, takes a shot that's blocked by a couple of bodies. Kirkic, body to body from Obando, and another whistle from the referee. Nivkovic out of his goal and will collect. Kirkic has a swivel there just to bypass a little pressure. Back to the captain. Of course, guys, today's game is sponsored by broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt Athletic have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The VR case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making order-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering Game and Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code for a 10% off discount. Of course, keep it, as always, fresh. We continue with the duel in the middle of midfield. Dekanovic, again, certainly active, to say the least. Has certainly run a lot, and has his goal to his name now, and has a free kick for his side, in which Kirkic will cater to. A loaded area, quite central, possibly needs a little bit of a dink to the second post. Sabovic has gone up from center back. Everyone back to defend for Schneider. Kirkic resets the ball. Sabovic's movement. So to Diambaras. Here's clever little dink. High foot. and a contorted shot towards the goal, but Caporales was there to collect. Floated over the top. Muller was there. Free kick. Minute here at Randall's Island. Field 70s from Schneider with an appealing free kick. Sabovic was first to it. He's back in, flicked on the top of the box. Free kick. About 5 minutes left in this first half, in which Sandzak have found 2 goals. Will find Sabovic. This needs dealing with, and great defending in the end to nod back to Caporales. Bastian, Yassir, Muller gave everything to that. Pulling out of that challenge. Kirkic. Neatly done. Sabovic, referee was in a good position. Said chest, not arm. Kirkic with the head up. Sabovic. Kirkic first time. Cleared out. Yassir going over to take the throw in. Foul throw, I believe, signaled by the referee. Forked forwards. Sabovic letting Muller clear. Djukanovic underneath it, flicking it on. There's certainly no run in behind. Vasquez. Done by Mamadou Diambara to get a piece of it, but the second ball falls to Zoom. Bastian overhit. Press up the pitch now as didn't go off for a goal kick, rather a throw-in. Djukanovic will sit the final minutes of this first half. So change at centre forward for Sandzak. A bit of management possibly from Hata, if we'd like steal a couple minutes for their centre forward to be as fresh as possible for the second. I believe Boo has gone in to replace him at centre forward. We'll just see that in a moment's time. Indeed it is Boo. So Boo at centre forward, going over to press the ball now. Dukanovic on the bench with halftime imminent here. Sandzak, of course, 2-0 to the good. Free kick. To the wind is going against Sandzak. It's certainly a blustery wind, but the gust of wind that I just had run across, I believe it's from left to right, so maybe Sandzak will be going with the wind in the second half. But let's just see this action first, as there's some defending needing to be done here. Poked into the area, and bad play for Nifkovic. Goal kick. Couple minutes left in this first half. Let's also see how much stoppage there will be. The referee just having a glance at the watch. A couple of stoppages, a little goal, fixed the goal in, putting it in center of the penalty spot. See as Nifkovic getting his team up the pitch to clear lines. Hang up into the air, but good distance on it towards the halfway line. The heads go up. Boo with his first touch on it. Kirkic has some space. Diambero is almost through, stumbles at the wrong time, and Bastian, cleverly done by Bastian, as Kirkic went over to press as well. Over the top. It's actually also on the roster sheet 2 12s for Schneider, Menhamu, and Urbarth. Apologies if the name that I selected is the wrong one. As we mentioned in the pre-match, a couple of players from the reserve team are playing for Schneider here. But certainly the 12 in blue has been a very important player for Schneider. And Sandzak will not have a throw-in, because that is the halftime whistle. Halftime here at Randall's Island. Sandzak 2, Schneider 0.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together. I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Suarez, Saluga, trying to go through. Oh my word! It's Merchant again! Oh, he's got the brace.
Harasabovic sends it long for Kurcic. He chests it down, has a shot over the head and into the net. What a goal! Incredible work to tie this game for Sandzak. It's level at 1.
That was McCowan, the substitute. Hilk in front, Gilden! Fantastic again!
That, of course, who played in the middle match, which is hang on a second actually. Here's Yusefi, who hammers it in. Or Rodrigo Roca even. Back with a bang.
It's a race towards the box. Diambera trips. A great sliding challenge by Florent Papuki to knock that one away.
Ball played in behind. Can St. Paul get there first? He can. That's a great piece of goalkeeping. St. Paul beats him, and Jeboy coming the other way. End-to-end stuff. Can he find the finishing touch? Thomas. Goal! 2 for Thomas.
Oh, now Campos. Campos is through. Diego Campos. It's around the keeper. And he scores. A miscommunication there. Schneider could be away. This is the winger who has that burst of pace, and he is past Brady into the box now. Beyond Ortiz and into the net.
Stinging ball. Contino shooting! Gilden, unbelievable to catch that.
Lots of movement in the box here by the Ukrainians. Can they get a header on it? Line drive and a goal! Excellent shot there by Curbelo. Striked beautifully.
Alejandro Saul, challenged by Sabovic, tries to touch it around him, kept in on the line. Brilliantly done, and still in.
Trouble's not over yet. Here's Richmond. Finds his man, and top corner.
By the visiting side. A tackle missed. International with space to run into. Here's the ball for Josh Adejokin. Adejokin around his man, into the box. He's got a man in the middle. A shot, and an opening goal. International on the board.
Can the Pan-Cyprians rescue this out of the death? Holland, over the wall, towards the far post. They have! They have! They've done it! It's extraordinary! The Pan-Cyprians are going in, top of the table!
Second half underway here at Randall's Island, as Schneider with the first possession in the second half. Sandzak 2-0 to the good in the first half. Goals from Garcia and Dekanovic. Here is Boo, flicked over towards Diombera, and a great save, a great spread from Caporales to deny the third. Over to take the set piece. Outswing. First post. To take towards Garcia, who didn't mention in the first half is one of the Sandzak's new signings. He actually scored the first goal. Just got a bit of confirmation that it was indeed him, the right winger with number 19. Opened the scoring, followed by the Dekanovic strike. This ball was in play for him to not home from about 6 yards away. Boo, who has remained on in the second half at centre forward. Over Garcia to Boo. Obando clears. Obando flicks. Sabovic. Obando, Vasquez. And Bastian from right full back. Some possession here. Songor. Back to Caporales. Caporales, back to goalkeeper, play out, free kick. Teased over the top, and Nivkovic out to collect. So Guar needs it to get there, and it does. Caporales goes feet again to find the fullback. Garcia flicks over. Decision from Caporags to stay on his line to receive the first ball and play out well yet again. Sabovic with calm. Garcia, or Sebastian Garcia if you'd like. My first time commentating on this new signing, like we mentioned, for Sandzak. So in due course we'll get more familiar and we'll see which name he likes to go by. And Sabovic, Muller, Sabovic again, back to Nivkovic. Bit of a high press from Zoom now. Certainly have to step out and eventually risk a little bit. Have to be careful here on the counter attack. The Umbara got the ball trickled onto his feet. Vasquez. Shot comes in. Good defending in the end and cleared away. Dukanovic has re-entered for Boo. So as you'd like, is the front line. The way they started the match, the Umbara off the left, Chalebi playing in advance of Kirkish and Sabovic, and Garcia will open the scoring on the right wing. Banda, Songor. Kirkic first time, Chalebi, Garcia over towards Dukanovic. Free kick. Sabovic, high press from Benhamu, over the top. Can he be clinical? Is there a touch? Yes, indeed. Corner kick for Sandzak to try and find their third goal. Kirkic going over. Loaded area to the second post. Sabovic couldn't reload it back in. Schneider Plumby has gone over to this left-hand side, and seeming like Vasquez is just inching his way up forward, trying to dictate the game, drop between the lines and receive the ball in this instance as such, and try to articulate the game and find some spaces to work into. Free kick. Delay, but free kick was taken short. Yes, here with some good defending. The back four for Sandzak certainly has been good so far. Of course, a back four not featuring Papucci today. Kirkic with some space. Diombera rounds Caporales, neatly done, but side netting. Almost the third for Sandzak. Teased over towards Lumbi. Back to Songar. Lumbi. Around the corner. Savovic can find his namesake. Captain will play it into space for Dekanovic. Caporales out of his goal to receive the throw and into play with the centre back who has some space to roam into. Obando. Good press from Kirkic, forcing the ball to be played out to the left hand side. Plumbi's movement. Nikaj was underneath it. Garcia with one touch back to the fullback in Nikaj. Sabovic, Muller. Good footwork. Free kick. Nikaj will leave it to his captain. It certainly goes without saying the next goal in a 2-0 game is certainly what we call all the money. Big difference from 2-0 to 3-0 or to 2-1. So certainly the next goal in this contest is a very pivotal one. And Schneider have been asking some questions, some half chances, and as well as on the other hand, Sandzak have had a couple of opportunities to make it 3. Again, Dekanovic's press is emphatic, forcing the ball to go backwards. Garcia also up to press, and now they can sort out their lines. And Hamu. Flick it over Kirkic, who gets a little ricochet, retains the possession, some neat touches. Slumbi rounds Nikaj, but stands him up, has two there to contest with, and Garcia's doubling up was effective there. Chelebi thought of floating one over for Dekanovic, but it's by himself. Perkic has to be careful there, so to Sabovic. Good bit of pressure from Zoom. Cleared away from Muller. Bastien will collect. Ubando. Ball to Nivkovic, who will just chew up some seconds here. And will get his team up the pitch. And, from the floor, serve it towards Dekanovic, who flicks it over towards Diambera. Diambera on the right foot. Chelebi furthermore to Garcia. Garcia on the left foot gets a shot off, deflected. Dekanovic, Chelebi, free kick. Substitution for Schneider, I believe it's going to be at left full back, so Songar off. Let's see who will slot in at left full back, or even possibly a tweak in the system. That's probably what it's going to be, as Schneider has gone into, I believe, 3 at the back, as the substitution has gone right up the middle. So if you'd like a bit of a 3-5-2, we'll just see as the action continues here with a floated ball over the top. Sabovic was first to it. Handball. Top to Garcia. Kirkic goes over, free kick. Kirkic to take. Three-man wall constructed by Caporales. One is just slightly peeling off. An early movement from Garcia. Kirkic wants to go around the wall. Good inventive idea from Kirkic. Of course, guys, tune in for more Game in Frame action tomorrow, where New York International will face Hoboken at 10 in the morning in the Cosmopolitan First Division. Of course, Hoboken 2. New York Athletic Club will take on the Manhattan Celtic at Traverse Island at 12:15 APSL Metropolitan Conference. New York Ukrainians will take on Central Park Rangers 2 at 2 p.m. in this very Cosmopolitan First Division. Of course, a very important matchup for them. And the last game, Hoboken FC will take on Pan Cyprian Freedoms at 4 p.m. in Jersey in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Of course, APSL is the newly founded league, previously the EPSL. As the spring season, we transitioned over to APSL. Lovely diagonal from Bastien, some space to work with. Nikaj trying to stand up his man, but clumsily fouls him. And a free kick for Zoom Schneider. Good area for some service. Vasquez over to take. Two-man wall constructed from Nivkovic. It's flat and low. The captain gets a touch. Benhamu has to be played all the way back to Caporales. Again, look at the running from Dekanovic. Endless work rate, endless endeavor, and of course ambition for more goals. He has one, certainly looking for his second, and certainly the all-important third for his side. Kirk is just communicating with Sabovic something in that last action, possibly. We remain at 2-0. A couple of chances for Sandzak to make it 3. Diambara notably rounding Caporales, but his shot finding the side of the net, and Zoom Schneider have changed their system to a more attacking one in search of the first goal that is needed. Cleared away before it could find Dekanovic. Some press high up the pitch, but Zoom can just go backwards for a moment now and try to bypass this press. That's the ball that was required. Vasquez can turn. Over to Benhamu. Karkic. Garcia. As well to win inside a throw-in. As well go over to take. Has to go a couple steps back. Garcia's movement. Dekanovic. Ball throw. Over the top, Sabovic. Has some space to work into. And now Zoom have 20 minutes to find at least one in a second. Have changed their formation to something more offensive with 3 center backs. Bastian slotted in from right full back to make it a 3, as Songar has gone off for an attacking player. Benhamu. Is this their moment? Deflected it in. They're right back in it. Deflected wickedly and beating Nivkovic. Just what we were saying. Zoom have changed and tried and huffed and puffed and got their goal back, 2-1. with loads of time left, certainly. Sabovic, certainly the touch to change the system has worked out so far. Got a risk in those situations, and that's exactly what they did, and found their goal, and have been asking some questions of the Sandzak defense in the last minutes. This very well might just line up to a classic finale, but loads of time left. Free kick wasn't awarded. On come Schneider. And Hamu, for my liking, has certainly stood out in the Schneider 11. Constant movement, constant running. He's actually the one that has gone over to the left wing back position. Palumbi, thick 50-50 there, going to ground. On a yellow, I believe. More appeals from the referee, I believe. Maybe Obando might be on a yellow. There was certainly no contact as Sabovic jumped over, but appeals for something. Second minute here. Levy gets a piece. Now they can transition. Karkic. Diombera with the flag down. Dekanovic. Dekanovic in the end is the one that scores a very pivotal goal for his side. Karkic to Dekanovic, and a very important third goal for Sandzak. As someone has gone down on the other end with a bit of cramp. But a very good response from Sandzak after conceding. Have gotten their goal back to re-establish their 2-goal lead. Dekanovic is second on the day. Dekanovic certainly the point of difference in the attacking aspect of things. Tireless running, 2 goals to his name, on a hat-trick now. Teased over the top, Nikaj underneath it, and a free kick. Yellow card. Possibly a second yellow. Dekanovic has spotted it, and indeed it was Obando. I believe it certainly was booked in the first half, and Dekanovic was the one to point it out. And Schneider will end the game with 10 men. We just don't want to have the game overflow now with emotion. Sandzak have to be smart here. They're certainly in the lead and in a good position for 3 points. So Schneider will end the game with a man light as Bando is sent off for a second yellow. Goes to show you how in the game, if you like that reference, Djukanovic was to understand that there's a possibility of a second yellow. Here he is on a hat trick. Sabovic! Just wide. Of course, guys, today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt Athletic have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering Game in Frame community an exclusive discount at 10% if you scan the QR code. Caporalis, Djukanovic. Constant instruction from Coach Hart on the sideline. Continue to implore his side to give instructions to continue their work. Have to be careful here. Muller, Vasquez goes over to press. Nikaj will find Garcia cleverly dinked over the top. Kirkic towards Garcia. This could be a very intricate goal. Djukanovic. And it's in! The point of difference. It snuck through Caporalis in the end, but the build-up was immaculate. And a hat-trick from Djukanovic. Certainly deserves his goals for his work rate. The move was clever, and Djukanovic found some space and has his third goal. Garcia, who began the action with a clever little dink. No offside. Vasquez in the box. Can Zoom get one back here to bring it back to 2 goals? Throwing for Schneider. Sabovic and Garcia trying to pin them back as wide as possible. Free kick. Eldan has also re-entered. Vasquez to take the dead ball. Teasing it into the area. The heads go up, appeals for a handball. And Dukanovic, Caporales a long way off his line. Will clear. Words exchange between the striker and the goalkeeper. I think in a good climate actually. I saw a couple smiles on their faces, which is good to see. Garcia. Certainly very windy now, but Nikas goes over to duel in the 1v1. A shot comes in from Plumby, but wide. Substitution for Sandzak. '82nd minute here. 4-1 in favor of Sandzak. Substitution at right full back. Nikash, who's put a shift in. Of course, like we mentioned, the back four might not be the usual back four, but have done very well. Dukanovic wins inside a corner. So about 8 or so minutes left, and with if all goes according to plan for Sandzak, barring anything drastic here, they will finish the day at the top of the table in this ever frantic Division 1. Of course, after the set piece, we'll just run you by the fixtures in tomorrow's slate that can affect the top four, as Garcia's service, second post, Sabovic, immaculate in its construction, and finished off with ferocity from Sabovic. A beautiful goal, well taken, service was good, finish was impressive, and the fifth for Sandzak. To just continue my point, as two sides will walk back to the center circle after a substitution. The fixtures for tomorrow will include New York International taking on Hoboken 2, New York Ukrainians taking on Central Park Rangers 2, and of course Kid Super Samba 2 will take on Polonia, who after this result will not be in first place, as Sandzak will overnight jump into first place, as Bu has re-entered. So from 4th to 1st, Kirkic, Eldan, Caporalis, and offside Djukanovic. In other words, from 4th to 1st with 3 points goes to show you how close and congested the top 4 is of Sandzak, New York International, Central Park Rangers 2. Hoboken is also in the mix, and Polonia, who began the day at the top of the table, no more after these 3 points from Sandzak. 5-1 in their favor, and the last knockings here. Nivkovic will collect. Great length on his clearance. Djukanovic flicks it towards Garcia. Minute. Just about 4 or so minutes left in this match. 5-1 to the good for Sandzak. They certainly responded very well as Schneider changed their system, tried, got a goal back. Asked some questions of the Nivkovic goal, but a quick goal from Djukanovic made it 3-1, 4-1, and a latest one from Sabovic, rounding out the 5th for their side. Somewhere in between that was the red card to Obando that made the numerical disadvantage for Sandzak. But from 2 wins on the trot, Sandzak found the solution and will more than likely defeat Schneider, and of course again go back at the top of the table for one night. We'll just have to see. Clever little nutmeg from Sabovic. He's onside Djukanovic. Caporalis athletically off his goal. Barra will re-enter for Garcia, who has had a very good game. Began rather open the scoring in the first half. His strike got us underway in the scoring here. Barra will see out the last seconds, minutes if you'd like. The only thing possibly missing for Sandzak today is the Barra goal. He's had a couple of chances to get on the score sheet himself, but of course a very pivotal player in their rank. And with the addition of Garcia, can be 2 wingers that can pose a question on any given day, of course, in any given moment. Boo. Here is Barra. Offside, however. Djukanovic through the middle, very impressive, of course. Into Sabovic, center back, and Harris and Mirza Sabovic. Kirkic, of course, to reiterate the fact today that they played without Makic, Papucci, Heze, some important players, Kojic as well, some important players for them, but very good defensive display, 5 goals of their own, and of course the 3 points that were a necessity, 3 points that were needing to be brought back home with Sandzak, and that's exactly what's going to happen here in some seconds. See how much, if any, stoppage time the referee will add on. We had of course the red card, a couple stoppages. Djukanovic, Boo, Eldan made a movement, dispossessed. Vasquez. Slide rule, nice. Into the box and just overhit. Nevkovic can certainly take his time. And that is the final whistle. Sensational Sandzak today. Impressive victory, of necessity of a victory. And back at the top of the table, final score here at Randall's Island, Sandzak 5, Schneider 2-1. Stay tuned for interviews.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Suarez, Saluga, trying to go through. Oh my word! It's Merchant again! Oh, he's got the brace.
Harasabovic sends it long for Kurcic. He chests it down, has a shot over the head and into the net. What a goal! Incredible work to tie this game for Sandzak. It's level at 1.
That was McCowan, the substitute. Hilk in front, Gilden! Fantastic again!
That, of course, played in the middle match with just a second.
Welcome back, guys. An impressive victory from Sandzak here on this Saturday night at Randall's Island. 5-1 final score. I'm joined here by the goal scorer, the hat-trick hero, if you'd like, Martin Dekanovic, and the captain, Mirza Sabovic. Let me begin with you, Martin. Very important game, of course. We know how close the top 4 is in this crazy division. with one win, with 3 points, you guys went from 4th place to 1st place overnight. Of course, there's games tomorrow. Just talk to me a little bit about, is there a slight bit of pressure, if you'd like, that every 3 points in this instance is very crucial?
Yes, definitely. It's very tight up there. First 4 teams, I guess, like 1 to 2 points. We were opening the fixture this weekend. We knew that we need to make pressure on our competitors, and that's what we did. When we went up 1-0, we, instead of like holding off, we wanted to make a statement, put a few more goals, and we did that. I was happy that I contributed a little bit, but most importantly, 3 points.
And captain, a couple of absentees today. No Makic, no Papucci, no Kojic, a couple other absentees. Talk to me a little bit about how versatile is your team, and of course the back four was a back four that maybe we haven't seen so far. You partnered with Muller, Nikaj, and Yassir, the new signing. Talk to me a little bit about that and your bit of captaincy towards the defenders.
You can see there's always a lot of players on the bench. They can't wait to get the opportunity, and it shows always next man up, and we keep going. Now we put pressure maybe on the other guys that didn't show up, so it's good. It's good competition. It's a healthy environment, and I think the best thing is that today shows we were positive. Even though we missed, I think, a lot of chances, we kept going through, and at the end we took advantage.
And of course, they got 1 goal back. They brought it back to 2-1. Your response was swift and imminent. In those situations, what's being said amongst, because we hear from the sidelines, we hear from, of course, the commentary booth, constant instructions, constant controlling, constant. Yeah. Is that something that's keep it going and we're going to find the third eventually, or we stick together? And
you can see they kept pushing forward, so we knew in the back that we're going to have gaps, and that's what happened. I mean, we stayed calm. I seen teams losing. They're winning 2-0, then second half they lose 3-2. So we definitely stayed calm. We knew we needed a third goal just to end the game. But definitely, we had a lot of chances today. But it shows you, we're trying to get everybody back in form, and then a healthy competition. Our strikers back scoring, a little absence, but now everyone's back, so it's good. You know what I mean?
Very well said. Of course, yes, 2-0 is a very difficult scoreline. The next goal we were saying in commentary was the important one, but you guys got the third. Talk to me a little bit about your third goal, and what did you see in that action? That was a very impressive finish, and of course, the final one to complete the hat-trick.
Yes, so I knew 2-1, it's a dangerous result. It could have been either way at that point, but I knew when I had the chance I had to bury it. And I received that ball. I waited for the keeper to kind of make a commitment, and then I just put side foot in the small net, so to call it. And then I knew the third one was coming after that.
Other than your goals, of course, one thing that I've mentioned many times in the commentary is your work rate. You were pressing every ball. This is a center forward's dream if you see it from the outside. The amount of work ethic, and the running, and of course the goals. I feel like that kind of energy translated as well to the team as well. Is that something that you tried to install to the team? Of course, your teammates were running very much as well, but did you kind of want to lead the example from the front, energy-wise?
Yes, 100%. There were some games when I couldn't score tight games, like for example, international, and from the sidelines, I try to always put the energy. I try to lead the team as an example. But sometimes when you don't score a goal, you don't see that. But teammates always make sure they emphasize that. Haris, coach, the guys in the middle, and they kind of pick up. And we always have a man who carries their own line. Is it attack, midfield, and obviously defense with Haris. So today, for that to pay off, it was very, very great feeling for me. And I just want to contribute. Is it energy? Is it goals? Whatever it is, we just want to keep pushing forward. So thank you for noticing that. That's very kind.
Very well said. I'm a goalkeeper. I have to notice. I don't like when they pressure me. I don't like the ball too much in the feet. But to conclude, top of the table overnight. Very impressive win. What's next?
Every game is the final, pretty much. It feels good to be top of the table. But I think, we continue going. Every game is the final, and in this league, anybody can be anybody. You know how it is. So we, stay calm. Let's not get too happy, and we go from there.
Very well said, guys. Congratulations on the big 3 points. 3 points means overnight at the top of the table. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you, bro.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Well done, boys. Thank you.